league on EA Sports. And this one features Kyron Williams. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Rams and the Jags, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set. And off we go here on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second down, it's Stafford. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Stafford now. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up fourth down. So it's fourth down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. Parker Washington awaits for the Jaguars. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters, and if he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence now. Got his man. It's Kirk. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. On the return, here's Scott. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Rams offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season. The NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. With that, why don't we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. It's another run here for Williams. And this is going to be a Rams 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44. They'll go again with Williams. Yeah. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 28-yard line.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Stafford to... Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Foye Oluokun.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Jags offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll run it once more with Etienne. Etienne has the 1st down, still going. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They put Strange in motion. Once again, it's Etienne. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jared Verse there to make the tackle. 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's caught left side by Ingram. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Lake. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick six to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick six.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. A first down throw for Lawrence. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Jacksonville.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3-and-out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Lawrence. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. And the player that is down is Trevor Lawrence. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for ETN. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Now they'll set up to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free, Gains nothing. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's into the hands of Jordan Whittington. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Rams 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They run over center with Williams. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 33-yard line.
The motion man is Nakua. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. It just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. Carty's kick is good. And the Rams go out to a 10-3 lead.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Here's Stafford. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They go play action with Stafford. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now this looks like a design run. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He will have a Jaguars 1st down. We're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
They'll go back to Etienne on 1st down. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Open man, right side. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
3rd and inches, you're thinking the tight ends are on the field to block for the back or the quarterback, but not here. Nice setup here, playing to the tendencies of their offense, and they come away with a nice completion.
Kirk is the motion man. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing is Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. And he really...
The ball's out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So as you start operating your red zone offense, of course it goes without saying, Mike, you're trying to score touchdowns. But the worst case scenario is that you bring your field goal unit and you at least try for 3. You have to protect the ball. Turnovers are the cardinal sin of red zone offense. In this case, they dodge a little bit of a bullet here. The ball comes loose. Fortunately for the ball carrier, his own team recovers it. They can keep their offense on the field and see if they can finish this drive.
Lawrence to throw for it on 4th down. And this will pay off. It is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. That his first touchdown this year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Rams.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Tied at 10 apiece. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The motion man is Nakua. Again, it's Stafford. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
On the give, it's Williams. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Stafford now on 2nd down. It's caught. It's the tight end Higbee. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now a 1st down throw for Stafford. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Cooper, Kupp, touchdown Los Angeles.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Next to score, Rams 17. Jaguars 10.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
At their 49-yard line.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Now a handoff running right. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Kirk is the motion man. Here comes the jet sweep. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This one from 54 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
First and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Now Etienne. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 42-yard line.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
This one complete to Washington. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. On the give, it's ETN. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's brought down by Condensed play. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Now Lawrence. And that is caught. He fought through the contact for the touchdown. There is a marker down, but that may be on the defense.
That's interference. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Scott now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense ready to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, here's Stafford. This one complete, right side. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field to Higbee. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Williams. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
First down, Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Pass is completed to Cup. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll try to run for it with Williams. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line, enough to get the first down and keep it going.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
In trouble, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. But in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode and ended up leading to a massive loss.
Now a second down throw for Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams move out in front, 20-17.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. This one is caught by Kirk. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Lawrence. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down. To throw is Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. 2nd down, Lawrence. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That is caught downfield by Cup. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A big play from Stafford to Cup, 35 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. On play action, it's Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. Darnell Savage, terrific coverage there, able to get a hand on it. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. That stop made by Byron Young. They face 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's ETN. Up the sideline to the 40. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. 22 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down. Now here's Lawrence to the right side, and Kirk's got it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run the toss here to ETN. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here is Washington. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 3rd down, 3 to go. Here's Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's caught once again by Ingram. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now it is 1st and goal. To throw is Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And a good job to make sure he didn't get loose. Brought down around the 7.
Defense. Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will go up by a point here in the second quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Stafford now on first down. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. Stafford now on second down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the score.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Foye Aluakar.
Understanding the coverage shells of cover 2 is critical, especially for the linebackers, Mike. They're responsible for those underneath zones. There is some vulnerability to this coverage unit if you don't have guys who understand their assignments. But I'll tell you what, this guy definitely was paying attention in meetings because he was in the right place at the right time, and he's able to come away with the big pick.
The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. Man in motion here is Washington. A first down throw for Lawrence. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
There's that man again. Another catch. They try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First down, Stafford going up top. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Jackson Smith and Jigba, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get to the Meadowlands to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And at the half, they trail the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels leading the way there. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. 2 touchdown passes there for Drake May. The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
46-yard line.
They'll go back to ETN on first down. He is met and dropped. Good defense, loss of a couple on that play. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll give it to ETN on the option. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Sisco.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find them
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Lawrence. And he's in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Quickly to the outside and complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Stafford to throw again. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Rams are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Jags offense and Christian Kirk getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. This one complete to Washington.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open man, it's Davis downfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lawrence now. He tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
So when you talk about cover 2, really the area that they're a little vulnerable. They're vulnerable deep or intermediate on the boundaries, and they're vulnerable down the middle of the field. Remember, those 2 safeties, Mike, hence why they call it cover 2, they are splitting the field in half. They need to cover from the goalpost all the way out to the boundary. That's a lot of room to run.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Jaguars offense, and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Now a handoff. ETN will be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, it's ETN. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Scott now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Rams punting unit coming out. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Jaguars offense make their way out to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Davis. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's ETN. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll run it once more with ETN. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. They go play action with Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field. It's Higbee. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Second down, it's Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
There's a short one taken in by Higbee. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Stafford. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of it.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Again, it's Stafford.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Rams are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This throw left side taken in by Kirk. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
At the 36-yard line.
Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That is caught by Washington. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Kirk is the motion man. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Receiver in motion, going right. Lawrence now on 2nd down. Throw on the run is complete. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for the Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Etienne. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They go play action for Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down.
And the Rams first down.
Cup in motion. On 1st down, right back to Williams. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. Stafford now on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
1st down, Stafford. Pass caught right side by Higbee.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Throwing again is Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So on comes Joshua Carter to try this field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
That's complete to ETN. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. To throw is Lawrence. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams will cut the deficit to 7.
36.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Lawrence going to keep this himself. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll try to run for it. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now give on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Lawrence now. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Rams' 35-yard line.
And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. Man in motion here is Washington. On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And the Jags are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
That is caught, and he's got another one. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3 touchdowns for the game, his first 3 of the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Gonna return this from the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Play action now for Stafford. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, We're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Rams have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. That's the safety, Andre Sisco.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second down, Lawrence. He'll check this down to the running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Jaguars. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point by little is good. And the Jaguars are able to extend the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
I think the defense came in confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
Punt team headed out for the Rams, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jags offense ready to get back at it. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now Lawrence, and that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Stafford. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. 2nd down, it's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Stafford to throw again. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing again is Stafford. Pass is completed to Cup. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, it's Stafford. Got his man at the 6. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To the air again, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll begin here on the ground. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So shout to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.